He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Tuesday, January 28th. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We got a great one lined up for you. Mari's going to be in a little bit later. We're going to have a special guest stop by. Of course, we are giving away tickets for Nine Inch Nails this morning. We're also giving away tickets for the funeral portrait, and I'll be giving away tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners as they got back-to-back home games this weekend, Friday and Saturday. The last for a few weeks because the Gem Show is right around the corner. In fact, actually, it's the busiest time of year in Tucson with a lot of annual events. Tucson Mineral Gem Show, of course, that's a big one. A lot of people from all over the world come here and slang rocks. Yeah, dude. And then we have the Tucson Rodeo Parade, which is celebrating the 100th year, the centennial, if you will. That's a big deal. And yesterday, actually, there's a little press conference to announce the Grand Marshal this year, which, spoiler alert, the Grand Marshal is descendants of the original Grand Marshals and, organizers of the parade 100 years ago. So literally great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren, and great-great-great-grandchildren.
Whoa.
Yeah, that are all participating as Grand Marshals in this year's rodeo parade. But that wasn't the part that caught my attention. I mean, we saw some of our bosses and colleagues, Arizona Lotus, go up and accept a nice little award. Must have not got that email. I got to check my spam. But Dan Maris, my buddy Dan Maris. Have you ever met Dan Maris yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, so he is the night anchor for KOLD News. He's a good dude, peacemaker, Roger Klein fan. So, I've been able to hang with Maris both in the States and in Mexico. And Dan Maris, as he was warming up the crowd, getting things going, he kind of slipped into a little TMI moment. And this is something that, like, Dan and I we're similar creatures of sorts, We like to have a good time. We've had a heartbroken time or two, maybe, just maybe, we're not ideally the forever men,
Elaborate.
Okay, I will. So this is Dan starting off the news conference yesterday, and it takes a little dark turn. I want to see if you notice where it takes this turn. Check this out.
Good afternoon, everyone. How you doing? Who is excited to find out who this year's Tucson Rodeo Parade Grand Marshal is? I agree. It's always an exciting day. Well, my name is Dan Maris. I'm the evening news anchor for KOLD 13 News. I'm also a 2014 Tucson Rodeo Parade Grand Marshal. One of the highlights of my career, my life, besides getting married and having kids. And then we'll just leave it at that. I'm no longer married, so no kidding. But I just want to say thank you all for being here today. It is always a great time.
It's like too soon there. The scab's still fresh there. I feel you.
Was it being the Grand Marshal that caused my split in love? I don't know.
Yeah, she couldn't handle all the attention I was getting as the Grand Marshal in 2014. Actually, 2014 is when I met her because she was super impressed that I was the Grand Marshal. And then the follow-up year, they gave the Grand Marshal title to somebody else, and that's when my marriage went on the rocks. I know.
But I understand. That's the way life works. We're moving on.
I give Maris a hard time, but it's relatable, Dan. So yes, but there's a time and a place to mention that you're freshly divorced, and I don't know if leading a press conference is that time nor place.
Hey, relatable. Come on.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's the everyman. You can see Dan. See him at the games. I'll probably even see him at a Roadrunners game this weekend. He'll probably be flipping me off if he heard about this opening segment, but he, and so they announced it. Like I said. A lot of history was being celebrated, and I'm sure that we'll have the Tucson rodeo officials in studio at some point or another leading up to the 100-year anniversary of the Tucson Rodeo Parade, which ideally, which they talked about in this conference, was designed to generate like income for the polo fields. And so, like,
Really?
Weirdo was telling us about how, it was a way that, like, everyone was working in agriculture back then, right? And so this was them just kind of generating revenue for the agriculture, taking the days off. But that wasn't the case. It was actually like some elites from the East Coast. They had a little polo field, and then they turned the rodeo parade into kind of raising money and awareness for their game of polo.
Those vampires.
Yeah, maybe I'm mistaken a little bit, but that was my takeaway from the announcement yesterday in the press conference. But still looked like a good time. Everyone wore their white cowboy hat, and I've never felt the need to want to have a white cowboy hat more.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, then watching this morning, I was like, damn it, man. Yeah, I needed one. Because then I could have showed up. But you know who showed up on behalf of Arizona Lotus was Jen, our good friend Jen.
Oh, she was decked out, huh?
Oh, my God. She looked like the most cowgirl person there. But she had a black hat, so she's a villain. See, I need to buy a white hat and be the good guy.
I love the black hat.
Yeah, I know you do. You have a black hat, too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you would go bad cowboy. I would be good cowboy. And, but I don't have a cowboy hat. Full disclosure. Never been a cowboy.
So not one cowboy during that stood up and said, "Where's our polo field?"
Yeah. Nope, not once. I know.
What a shame.
Well, that's because they didn't invite us. And I think now, in retrospect, good call.
I will say it.
Yeah, I know. That's a very good call. Keep us away from that. I would have been chuckling during Dan's divorce announcement, and you would have been yelling out, "Where's our polo field?" So, yeah, they would have kicked us out immediately.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got a great show lined up for you today, so keep it right here. Your Morning Morons coming up after music from Sum 41. Kicking things off with Filter. Here's Hey Man, Nice Shot. And Rock 102.1. You know the name of the show. Let's go.
I wish I would have met you.
Moron, let's do this. To make sure you guys are in the shot here, welcome. We are joined by beautiful women in the podcast broadcast today. Obviously, Mari's still joining us. Zule and Delicious from Unusual Market is going to be joining us, or here right now as well on the podcast. We'll get on the air. You can put the headphones on. That would get you all comfortable for the radio. And welcome. This is the first time that you're on the show, but not the first time that we met.
No, we actually met, I think it was at Tucson Comic-Con.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Tucson Comic-Con. Absolutely. You're one of the only vendors that we bought from, actually, because we're broke. But we're like, we got to buy one of these voodoo dolls. They're fantastic. How long have you been making those dolls?
So I was making Zoodoo dolls from 2018, and I am no longer making them as of
You're no
December
longer making them?
24. No, we're
Well,
no
get
longer
closer. Make sure your mouth points towards that microphone so I can hear you better. There we go. So you're no longer making the Zoodoo dolls?
No.
Why not?
So we have limited edition ones now.
Yes, you do,
Yeah.
actually. I really got burnt out. I mean, making the first doll is fun, and making the third doll is fun, but after you make 100 of a doll, it's really...
Not as fun.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That makes sense,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. So then you guys like switch your efforts into creating a marketplace then.
Yeah, actually, with my years of experience, and Delicious also does vending, we decided to do a vendor-friendly market for vendors.
Yeah. Now, Delicious, you make dolls now.
I do custom one-of-a-kind Barbie and Monster High dolls.
Okay.
And I also sell at toy shows and things like that.
Okay.
So it's really funny because I actually met Zule and her former partner with Zoodoo Dolls at a toy show.
Okay.
So, and then we just have become friends over the years.
And you, you grew up here? You're local here?
I am.
Okay, yeah. So, and then have you done all different types of like conventions and everything? Do you travel for this?
Well, so I have traveled before for the different toy shows and things. But with this, we wanted to try to make a local market here because there's a lot of different markets for all kinds of things, like in Phoenix and things like that.
Right.
But we didn't find that, there's a lot of great little markets, but there's not consistent kind of medium-sized markets that really cater to the strange and unusual community,
Yeah.
which we are both part of
Yeah.
in different iterations.
Yeah.
So we decided it would be a great idea to bring it home to Tucson.
Yeah, and I'm glad you came in to talk about this because I did notice the first one that you guys were putting on. I saw on social media, and if I was in town that day, I was planning on going by. I ended up having to be out of town, but I thought it was a really cool concept. It looked really cool as far as the vendors are concerned, and it was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
And going into this weekend, it should be beautiful weather as well, and it's good to kind of get out, walk around, check out the market, and so we're all about it.
We have our witches doing their little, to get the.
Is that part of the promotion? So you don't do like a Facebook app boost? You just have witches go ahead and put it out there?
Yes.
Can you have your witches help promote our show as well?
Yeah, we need a street coven.
We'll talk to some of our witches and get it done for you. Don't worry.
A street coven would be fantastic.
dope.
Yeah, I gotta ask corporate if we got a budget for a street coven.
I'll be part of your street coven.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we're gonna get on the air here as we talk about this, and then on Facebook, where can I find you?
An Unusual Market.
Okay.
With a Z.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast. We are live on the air and youtube.com/beefvegan. In studio, very special guest. I would say you guys are the creators, founders of An Unusual Market, which they had their first one on January 4th downtown. We have another one coming up this Saturday. Please welcome Zule and Dollicious to the show. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
All right, we were just catching up here on the podcast talking about Unusual Market. And the one sentence pitch as to what makes your market different and what Unusual Market is what?
We're Tucson's monthly market for all things strange and unusual with a Z.
Yes, and this town celebrates the strange and unusual. We're a very strange and unusual town in general, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they say keep Portland weird, but I think we keep Tucson weirder.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. I mean, that's the whole idea behind us. When I moved here, I thought this town is way too strange not to have something like this.
Right.
So
Yeah.
unusual strong here.
So I mean, we initially met Zule when she was doing Voodoo dolls at the Tucson Comic-Con, and Rico and I both gravitated to her booth and each bought a doll because we're just like, these are amazing. Unfortunately, Voodoo dolls were a limited time affair, so you can't get a Voodoo doll anymore.
Not right now, anyway.
You pivoted your
We'll
energy.
see in the future.
Yeah, it would be great because I mean, did you sell out of those at the Comic-Con? I mean,
No, actually, we've never really sold out. We gotten close, but never. We like to bring a lot so we don't sell out.
Yeah, were people freaked out about the magical, the mystical powers that a Voodoo doll may have?
Some people are.
Yeah.
Some people were scared and clutched their pearls and walked away,
That's so funny, too, because they're awesome, like, artistic little dolls. And I gifted one to my daughter, and she loves it. Did anyone ever give you any custom requests? Like, hey, I have a picture. Can you make a Voodoo doll of my ex or something like that?
All the time.
Really?
Yes.
So I wasn't the only one.
No,
Extra
no.
cost.
Yes.
And I actually have a custom one-of-a-kind Voodoo doll of me.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Lucky.
Yeah. Do you
Very
ever mess with it to see if it works? Like if you put a little pin to your wrist to see if you can feel it?
No, but definitely she's my Horcrux,
Yeah. It's not me, it's the doll. Now, I mean, Dollicious, you actually specialize in customized dolls as well, but they're kind of like remixes of American classics, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I sell and recreate Barbie and Monster High. I also deal in another kind of doll called Integrity and some other kind of fashion dolls. Fashion dolls is my big world of dolls.
Okay.
And therefore, not only do I sell and recreate, I also make myself into a doll.
Yeah.
Why Dollicious.
Okay. And so which doll are you right now? Is this a Monster High doll that you're kind of cosplaying as?
So I am the Dollicious version because I never fully. I don't like to fully go full cosplay.
You don't want to go full cosplay.
I like to put my little twist on
More like
it.
pinup.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am Dollicious version of Draculara today.
Okay.
From Monster High.
Yes. See, I knew I recognized just kind of like the style and the color scheme
Yes.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
Definitely.
Draculora. Because, I have a teenage daughter. She's super in to Monster High during a period of time and stuff. So, yes. So, do people recognize you go to like conventions and stuff dressed up as Draculaura?
Oh, I go dressed up as everything.
Yeah. Just to the grocery store.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. No.
Do you get recognized in a grocery store or like you're Draculaura right now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I've had little girls come up to me before and be like, oh, you're Dracula or you're Barbie when the Barbie movie came out.
Oh, yeah.
I did a whole
Big deal.
like thing of tons of different kinds of Barbie outfits. So, yeah, people enjoy seeing me dressed up. I just do it because I enjoy dressing up. Why not?
It's fabulous. Look.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, you
It's
look fantastic.
fun.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, doll yourself up. What's wrong with that?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get recognized in all different types of places. Take pictures. So with Barbie though, you just basically wear pink clothes, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, it goes far beyond that.
Oh, very much far beyond. There's the different outfits from the movie. There's the classic different outfits from the dolls. There's different outfits that are Barbie inspired.
Okay. When did you start dressing up as dolls? Was this something that you did at like an early age?
I have always dressed up. I've always been into costuming. But specifically Barbie, I want to say for the last like 15 years.
15 years?
Maybe
Okay.
20.
So that was even before the resurgence of popularity with the movies. Wait, were you like, it's game on when the movie came out? You're like,
yeah. I was.
Yeah.
This was my swan song right here.
I was
waiting
ready
for this moment. Oh
Yes.
my
Yes.
life! Yeah.
You have to buy anything. She was ready to go.
Yeah.
No, I'm a super collector. I actually have over 3,000 dolls at my house.
Barbie dolls.
Barbie and Monster High.
Okay,
so I
yeah.
have a Monster High room and a Barbie room.
Yes.
And when she's in town, she actually stays in the Barbie
Yes.
room.
Oh, nice.
In the Barbie bed.
You
Yes,
charge for
like
that.
the Barbie bathroom.
Yeah. They have Airbnbs that are custom like that. So you know that
yeah.
obviously doll collecting, that's pretty lucrative business as well. Do you have a Barbie that you know that's like extremely valuable?
I
Like
have many that are
right. So
extremely
what's your most
valuable.
coveted prize in collecting when it comes to Barbies or Monster High
I
dolls?
think I know. The one your mom just got you with
Which
the
one is
with the
that?
wrong website.
Oh, I did get the new Wicked
The
doll.
Wicked.
Okay.
And yes.
The
And
website.
my mom, she gets me, Christmas is always Barbie
Yeah.
since I was 10.
Right. Very easy to shop for every
Yes,
holiday. Yeah.
every holiday.
Right.
So I was very lucky because my mom was always, got to get that doll so we can get it right away when it comes out.
Yeah.
So, of course, I got the Alphaba with Wicked.com.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me pull up Wicked.com on our
So
podcast.
that's a fun one.
Oh God.
That's a fun one. So that was that little special misprint that Mattel did, but I've got that doll. But I've got several different dolls. I've got some where Mattel partnered with Japanese company and they came out with the Jenny doll. So that one's very coveted. I have a #1 Jenny.
Nice.
And that's a few $1,000s. And I have some other dolls that are the Mattel Creation specialty dolls that are worth a couple $1,000s.
Love it. Yeah.
Wow.
Collecting when you do that. Yeah. They're like, just like with baseball cards or anything, you just see these things just explode in value, especially as it goes through peaks and valleys of popularity. Now you're going to have a vendor stand set up for the Unusual Market this Saturday. What are you specializing in selling again?
So I am just going to be there
In support as
the main tent.
Yeah, so as the main
So
tent?
because we
have
actually
our
want
main
vendors
tent.
to-
Yeah, we have our vendors,
Yeah.
but we're there to help support and coordinate and run the market.
How many vendors you have this go round? That's up
34.
34 vendors, nice. And that's up from how many in the first run, which is just the beginning of the month.
We had 30.
Nice.
Because we didn't know how much we could fill in the space, but now that we know.
Yeah. You're like,
We
I got
filled it
room
up.
for like 4 more. So,
Maximize.
yeah, what do these vendors range? Because it's an unusual market.
Yes.
So, obviously, we're kind of pitching that this is going to be a different type of market that you've never seen before.
It is.
So, yeah, what's some of the vendors that are going to be participating this year?
So one of my personal favorites, I can't say he's my favorite because I can't pick favorites.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
One of my personal favorites is actually recycled doll parts.
Okay.
And what he does is he takes little dolls, like, the little trinket dolls that dance around with the music.
Yeah.
But then he'll put like a chicken skull on it and chicken arms and a little dress.
Nice.
So he does like bone and dolls mixed together and recycles them together.
He
like
does
that.
use Barbies.
And
too.
he
Yeah,
has
yeah,
used
yeah.
Very
Barbies
excited.
before.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
You're very excited for
So
you because
he's-
you gotta buy, you
Yes.
gotta collect them all.
Yeah.
So he's
He's like,
gonna,
There we
he's
go.
like Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah,
all those
exactly.
toys.
But a little
That's what it is.
creepier, a little
Yeah.
more
Yes.
unusual, you know?
That's
Damn.
great. Yeah. Yeah. And some other vendors.
Yeah, we have people that do bone art like that. We have taxidermy. We have a guy who does this amazing, beautiful, just little taxidermy with insects and grass and trees and things like that, which is beautiful. We also have people who do bone jewelry. So all sorts of things that are strange and unusual.
Yes, we even
you know?
have writers as well.
Yes.
And we have our unusual food people too.
Oh, is there gonna be food here too?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, because got to be a market with food. So, what's some unusual food then?
So we have our friend Sweet Tooth Delights, and she does like the bento cakes and cookies. Actually, the little cookie that we gave you,
Yes.
she made that. And
Sweet Tooth did this. Okay, they have a
Yes.
spot on 6. You're talking to she
No,
does
that's
all.
Ches
Oh,
Peachy.
yeah,
oh yeah, sorry,
That's
got it
just-
wrong.
yeah, that's okay. But yeah, she's got her own business where they do cookies, cakes, brownies. They do gluten-free stuff, things like that. And so she's made a bunch of cookies with like horror movie characters on them, fun things like that.
Nice.
And
with our I Am an Unusual
Yes.
logo.
Oh, that's
Yes.
so cool. Sweet Tooth, what's her name?
Sweet Tooth Delights.
Sweet Tooth
Yes.
Delights. Awesome.
Nice. Any other food vendors that are gonna be out there?
we're gonna have the chimichanga ladies as well.
They're
so Nice.
good.
Fantastic. And they do fun little things like, of course, they have like chimichangas because they're the chimichanga ladies.
Yeah,
But
you gotta live up to the name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they better bring them.
Yes, yes.
That's why I carry beef jerky around with me everywhere I go.
Right? You got to
Yeah.
represent.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah,
represent,
right.
right?
Yep.
Yes. But they did something during the last market where they said, well, we want to try to be unusual, so we're going to have 6 different kinds of chilies that you can like explore with the food that have like ghost peppers and things like that
Nice.
in them. So yeah.
I love it. Well, the Unusual Market is happening this Saturday, and the location that you have is still downtown, right? Still the original location.
Fourth Avenue Coalition.
The 4th Avenue Coalition,
Off
yeah.
of 4th and 7th.
Yeah, so over 30 vendors. There's going to be food, tarot card readings, music by DJ Han Solo. Shout out Han Solo.
We
Cholo.
actually got another DJ because we're going to have 2 DJs, and the other one is going to be Vamp Feline. from
Vamp
Soul.
Feline.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent. So there's going to be music. There's going to be obviously market vendors and food, and it's unusual. You're going to see things that you probably never see at other marketplaces, and, that's going to be super fun. So happening from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Is it this Saturday? I'm
Yes,
looking at your
it
last
is.
one. Okay.
We're also raising funds for Harley's Heroes. So every
Excellent.
month we pick a different charity.
I love it. I love that it's also a charitable event. So excellent. Well, we're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, but I'd like to thank both Zule and Delicious for coming in and letting us know. And we'll see you out there Saturday.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So YouTube.com/BeefVegan. We're going to wrap things up there and keep things moving after music from Shinedown on Rock 102.1. Awesome. I
This
keep looking at
sounds
this
cool.
cookie and
Eat
drooling.
it.
Like, I am.
I put a little
but
beef
I can't,
in it.
I can't eat and talk at the same
You're
time.
right, though. It's like I'm surprised this kind of market hasn't been a thing already. So it's like, might
Right.
as well get it going.
I know.
Yeah.
It
I
adds,
love
yeah.
taxidermy
it adds
too.
culture to the city, which
Mhm.
anything that adds
Yeah.
culture, we got to,
I mean,
celebrate.
That's how it started out. My partner and I from the Dolls, we talked to a lot of our friends that made creepy things and unusual things. And I mean, we're at the bottom rung of creepiness, so we can kind of fit in. But for years, we've been talking about how we wish we had a place in Tucson so we wouldn't have to go all over the
place.
country,
Yes.
literally. So after a few years of talking, I said, I'm just going to do it.
If you're at the bottom rung of creepiness, who's at the top? What is the top rung of creepiness?
Oh, I just heard about this photographer from Mexico that like used severed heads
Oh,
and like
It's called the
hermaphrodites and
cartel.
stuff.
Oh, there's
yeah.
different
we,
people like
we need him.
right?
We
Yep.
need him to
Well,
apply.
there's like different artists
is, like, a while ago, I
Joel
think.
Peter Whitkin. Who
That's
will
what I think. Is that who I'm talking
So
about?
Joel Peter Whitkin, I don't know if he's the Mexico artist you're talking about, but Joel Peter Whitkin will use dead bodies,
Right.
and he actually collaborated with Trent Reznor with 9 Inch Nails on Closer. That whole aesthetic.
That
there was
is,
the
yeah, that
head
guy.
with the flowers.
Yeah.
Right.
That is a classic Joel Peter Whitkin kind of art piece that actually a long time ago at the Etherton Gallery here in town, they did a series where they had Joel Peter Witkin work, and it was phenomenal. But yeah, it can get really weird with
Right.
things sometimes. But that's what we like. We
I
like
love
the
it.
weird.
It's
I
just so
love the
funny
weird.
with Closer. That music video was like the first pure for a lot of people into that sort of aesthetic too.
Yes.
That video was a
Yeah.
benchmark for sure.
For
So it's kind of cool, like putting a name to that now. I'm like, oh, that's the guy.
That's
Okay.
the guy, and if
Yeah.
you're into that really weird stuff, then you know you're one of the really weird people.
And you're one of us.
The
And you're
OGs.
one of us.
Oh,
You're our
I'm one of
people.
you.
You're an unusual.
I
Yes.
love that
You have
stuff.
several black cats.
Nice.
I have two.
Nice.
Fantastic.
What's something you would buy at the market? Just go in there as a shopper.
Me.
Yeah.
I would buy. So Midnight Curiosities. He has these beautiful. I mean, he just does amazing work with like
Taxidermy and
bug taxidermy.
Oh, there's bug stuff?
Yeah, bug taxidermy. Well,
Yes.
so I would definitely
Mari
buy.
loves bug stuff.
If I had
Oh.
money, I would buy one of Jair's stuff. His Midnight Curiosities.
It's like an elephant beetle, like all like.
Yes, and it's just he just does beautiful work with like the moss and the bark and just leaves and just it's just very very beautiful. I mean, we usually think of unusual or taxidermy to be kind of rough, but it's just very beautiful.
It's very
work.
delicate.
Very delicate. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good word.
love
I just really hope there's some crossover from the gemstone people. The gem show
Like
people that
the
come
gem
over.
show people.
Yeah, like the
Well,
cowboys.
they do
like,
have different people who have like amethyst rocks and,
Yeah,
and things like that too. I'm actually wearing something that I bought last month at the market. These earrings right here.
Oh, those are cool.
Are,
great.
Little
I don't know
cleavers.
if you can see.
Or-
Yeah, they're,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
little
nice.
knives because our
cool.
our market is gonna be My Bloody Valentine.
Yes.
Oh.
So these are little hearts with bloody knives,
Mhm.
and they are one of the things that I bought from one of the vendors at the market.
This is something I bought too. Like my earrings, there's a little
Oh, the coffin.
coffin.
I saw
Aren't they
that.
gorgeous?
Mhm.
Nice. Look at that. Unique styles.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Unusual. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we're
Duh.
here.
Yeah.
That's why
Duh.
we're here.
It like fits the brand.
Right?
I feel like this is the weekend Kat Von D should have came to town.
Yes.
I know.
Damn it.
Yeah.
We'd
Yeah.
love to have her come.
No, I know. We'd love to have her come everywhere, right?
Yeah,
right.
But
Yes, we would.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in here. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Let's get a picture before you guys take off, and then I'll definitely see you this Saturday, which I'm excited about. Everyone else on the stream earlier this morning, we did Morning More. In case you missed it, one little something like this. Check it out. Social media back, right? Hey, we got TikTok back. That's great. Woo! Well, let's get back to making fun of TikTok people who basically do stupid things for clout on the old TikTok. Today's Morning Moron is a terrible dad who was called out for being such after he posted this video involving him and his 3-month-old son, I believe. Is it son or daughter? At this point, it doesn't matter. It's a 3-month-old. Okay, now in Texas, obviously, they had a polar vortex, had some crazy weather that they've never had before, dumping tons of snow in the southern states, and it was it was freezing all over the majority of the country. And this is a scenario where if you're making TikToks, you can get some clicks. You know what I'm saying? Well, in this situation, this father came up with an idea to utilize his baby and help out with the chores around his Texas home. And that's to use his 3-month-old baby like a snow brush to clear off his windshield. Now, you laugh, but the internet was not laughing. In fact, actually, I have video that you're going to be able to see right here, Rico. Look at that. And, barely even dressed. And just used him, little 3-month-old, as a little windshield wiper. Now, of course, it didn't clear out the windshield. Everybody knows if like a windshield gets frozen, you got ice there. So yeah, you get the powder off, but you still can't see through the ice. And a baby is not going to generate enough heat to melt the ice. Either way, people at first thought it was like a doll, but this is a legit baby that this man was using, and it was his baby for the time being until the state gets involved. Okay, so
Damn.
yeah, this is a dude just trying to get some TikTok clout. It happened in Port Arthur, Texas, after last week's snowstorm, and the area doesn't get a lot of snow, so obviously he was trying to be funny and go viral. But it looks like this might actually be a low-level TikTok trend because there's been several other videos of people using their kids to clear snow off their car. Now, the good news in this story is the cops did a welfare check, and the baby is fine. And last we checked, the guy hadn't been charged yet. And I don't know if he monetized that video. If he's making money off of this and didn't get charged, then I guess we're the morons for calling him an a-hole.
Yeah.
But
I'm just glad TikTok wasn't around when I was born. I was born in Wisconsin, so if my parents saw this, like, yeah, this boy can handle it.
you'd be screwed, dude.
I
You
mean,
wouldn't even
yeah.
have any toes or fingers left. All of them be frostbitten. It would just fall off over time. And you're like, what happened to my hands, mama?
Why?
They're like, oh, it was hilarious, son. I got so many likes.
And why are you talking like you're from the 18th century? Stop it.
And the snow affected my brainstem, mama. Why can I not learn, yeah, because we froze you. But it was awesome. And then we did a little dance. And yeah, okay. So, TikTok clout and parenting just don't mix.
No.
And for that, we got to say this man is today's morning moron. One KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. That was From Ashes to New, Barely Breathing. New music on Rock 102.1. Now, as you should know by now, my good friend Rico likes to go out to various establishments throughout the old Pueblo, and when he has a pleasurable experience, he immediately rushes to Google to leave a 5-star review. You did that again this week, huh?
Yes, sir.
Where did you go to?
Jeremiah's Italian Ice.
Oh, mamma mia. Tell me all about that Italian ice.
So with the weather, Tucson weather, oscillating between January appropriate cold and strangely foreboding spring warmth, I thought to myself, yo, I may as well treat myself in some indulgences around town before the weather goes to one extreme or the other and we all die.
Oh, wow. That's
And there's usually
dark.
two comfort foods that puts one at ease in times of trouble, and they both stem from our childhood: pizza and ice cream. I could be having the worst day of my life. My wife could divorce me, my dog could run away, and my Ponzi scheme business could be collapsing before my very eyes. And if the feds kicked down my door, I would be terrified. But if one of the agents came in holding pizza and ice cream, I would go, yay! And they would have no issues carrying me out. Like none at all. That's the power of pizza and ice cream.
Yep.
I went to Rocco's for lunch after reading another Google review about them using quote unquote too much cheese. And that's what sold me.
Yep.
That's blasphemy. That's like saying too much Bitcoin or too many golden retriever puppies. Idiots. But now I had to cross ice cream off the list. But since I'm still self-conscious about my appearance, the idea of a grown man going out on his own for an ice cream cone seemed intimidating. I guess you could look cool holding an ice cream cone walking down the road, but that's only if your other hand is holding nunchucks or a bag of money. And I had neither. I was really craving ice cream in the 70-degree January weather, but I was still traumatized by the last time I went to the Screamery on Congress. I was having a bad day, and I assumed it was one of those rage room type of places where you could scream and get your stress out.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big whoopsie. Wouldn't even get me a scoop of Rocky Road before calling the cops. I figured this time around I may as well switch it up and find a compromise. I can't be a grown man eating ice cream anymore. I thought to myself, what's the adult version of ice cream? If we could eat Lunchables as a kid and then pretend we're not doing the same thing with charcuterie boards as adults, then surely there's something similar with ice cream.
I never thought of it that way, but you're spot on.
That's when it hit me. Custard! But wait, custard has eggs. I don't like mixing eggs with anything except bacon. And it reminds me of that jerk General Custer. And then it bothered me there wasn't a custard place called Custard's Last Stand.
Oh, yeah.
Would probably go out of business anyway for mistreating employees and customers. Someone's dad will get that. Suddenly it dawned on me that there's also Italian ice. Bingo! Italian ice would not only satisfy my need to be accepted by other fans of The Sopranos, but also my need to sound cool. Try it. Say, oh boy, I want to go out and get a scoop of ice cream, everyone. You sound weak, low T, needy, loser vibes. Now say, hey, basta, enough of this claptrap jamooks. I'm going to go get me some Italian ice and never come back. Ooh-ah! Capo vibes, dominant, high T. The world is yours. I went into Google Maps and found the closest Italian ice joint I could and saw that Jeremiah's Italian ice was right up the road. I put on my leather jacket, slicked back my hair, and kept canceling Ubers until I got one that was a Cadillac driver. We pulled up into this tropical-colored island box building with a big floaty Italian ice cup out front, and I said to my driver, hey, this is the spot. And he said to me, oh, Italian ice, good stuff, with a tone. You being funny with me, huh? I raised my hand and he ducked down like a coward. I said, grown men get Italian ice. Keep the change. I dropped a $5 Amazon gift card and some scratch tickets before going inside. I was trying to keep my manliness at a 10, but my guard dropped immediately as the vibrant aesthetic hit me alongside the lovely cashier who welcomed me right away and started explaining the menu. These cups were layered with gelati, cream, and ice and bursting with colors and flavors. She was listing off birthday cake and mango tango, but when she got to scoop froggy frog, I giggled and said, yeah, I'll have that.
Yeah, hell yeah, you will.
And then sat at a table swinging my legs and smiling while giving myself an Italian ice headache. Because that's what grown men do. Maron. 5 stars.
That's an excellent 5-star review. And, you gave some food for thought there, like the charcuterie boards. I'm like, those are just grown people.
That, huh?
Yeah, Lunchables. I mean, there was a lot of There you go. That was a 5-star review. Awesome to have Zule in studio.
Yes.
And Delicious. She was fun. She was a trip.
She's wonderful.
All right, let's get on the air here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's Rico, Mari, and I. Valdez going to pop in here in a few. He's walking our guests out. And shout out to Valdez. He whipped it together.
Hell yeah.
Zule, we met Zule at Tucson Comic-Con, and it was a pleasure meeting her and her Zudu dolls. I was kind of a little upset, a little heartbroken that she's not doing those dolls anymore. But
You're not
maybe
doing it anymore?
Yeah, maybe there'll be a few at the Unusual Market this Saturday,
Right.
Which goes from 11 to 6. All right, I want to share with you my viral video of the day. Did you ever wonder yourself, what would Shaggy's It Wasn't Me sound like if it was metal?
I have always wondered that.
I knew you. I knew you did.
It bothers me.
I know. And somebody asked that question to a TikToker named Mac Glocky. Super gunny name. That's a gun name. Mac Glocky. And
Chad Holster.
Mac Glocky doesn't look like a super alpha gun guy, actually. He looks quite the opposite. There's Mac Glocky right there that you can see on the podcast broadcast.
Oh.
All right. Yes, but he is a musician extraordinaire, and he loves doing these kind of what-if mashups. And he did one to, It Wasn't Me by Shaggy, but Disturbed doing it. So what if Disturbed covered It Wasn't Me by Shaggy? What would it sound like? And that's an excellent question. Let's find out for ourselves. Check this out.
Me by Shaggy. Why? Why was this so requested?
Because it's awesome.
Honey came in and she called me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. What? Picture this, so we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor.
You did?
I have forgotten I hadn't given her an extra key. All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me. How could you give your woman access to your villa? Just busting her windows while you're banging to your pillow. You better watch your back before she turn into a killer. Let's review the situation that you're caught up in. To be a true player, you have to know how to play. If she's staying 9, you convince her to stay. Never admit to a word when she say. And then she claimed I tell her, baby, no way. But she caught me on the counter. Saw me banging on the sofa. I even had her in the shower. She even caught me on the camera, said that it was not me.
There you go. You got to follow Mac Glocky. He nailed it. That's an impossible feat. That is 100% an impossible feat. Obviously, It Wasn't Me. It was one of those pop songs that are kind of crafted in a mathematic rhythm, but still very difficult to be able to mash that into a Disturbed style song. So might be my new favorite. I might need to add that to my playlist.
Didn't have that on my 2025 bingo card.
No. Mac Glocky doing the thing. All right, so that's our viral video of the day. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We got music on the way from 9 Inch Nails, just in celebration of their return to Arizona, but not tickets. Tickets will be given away tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock. So your opportunity to win those tickets, your last opportunity before they go on sale, will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. But stick around. We got more coming up next on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right, let's do Morning Moron.
Mm-hmm.
You excited about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. When was the last time you were doing a Morning Moron with us here, Mari?
Last Thursday.
No. Okay. Well, this
Been
morning
too long.
This Morning Moron is complete with mugshot of a guy
Perfect.
that you feel like you want to punch him in the face. He's a very punchable face. Yes. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Good morning, Mari.
Good morning.
Thank you for popping in and joining us here. It is now 6:15ish and time for your Morning Moron. Let's do this. I said teenish, not penis.
No.
Just so you know. All right, yesterday we did a scenario where Rico gave me an implausible situation for me to attempt to talk my way out of. I feel like I did a good job. All right, way better than today's morning moron. A 28-year-old man from Connecticut who was arrested the other morning after cops spotted him speeding at more than 130 miles an hour.
Ooh.
Now, this is already a dumbass thing to do. You're a morning moron if you're driving 130 miles an hour and you're not on closed circuit road or something, right? All right, you're even more of a morning moron if you're drunk while doing it.
Oh.
Yeah. And you're even more of a morning moron if you're drunk going 130 miles an hour and your alibi is that of you wanting to see your cat really bad. Yes,
Wow.
that's what happened here. The Connecticut man named Logan was pulled over, and the cops spotted him speeding down the highway, 130 miles an hour. They clocked him and got him, and when they talked to him, it was clear he'd been drinking. I mean, he was wasted. His speech was slurred, and his eyes were glassy, and he reeked of alcohol. I mean, all the telltale signs.
Whiskers needs me.
Yes. He failed the sobriety test multiple times, and that's when they arrested him. A cop asked Logan why he was speeding, and he said he was rushing home to see his cat. That's it. And there's no indication that there was anything wrong with the cat. It just sounds like he was excited to see his cat. Nah, that wasn't like a metaphor or euphemism or any of that, right? He wasn't just trying to get laid. No. And any cat owner can tell you, if you leave the house for a while, cat doesn't even care.
Doesn't care. It's happy.
It's there. It's maintained. Hell, I
they
leave
miss you.
entire weekends. Yeah, they might miss you a little bit, but you leave out some food, water, and some clean litter box, the cat will survive and thrive without you. I mean, honestly, legitimately. You leave a dog for a few hours, and all hell could break loose.
Yep.
So you might want to be in a rush to, see your dog over your cat. I do have a mugshot of Logan, looking like a morning moron. He looks like a guy who definitely is a cat man and doesn't know a thing or two about felines. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's an innuendo, but it's only around like 6:20, so I don't want to say the P word. But you get what I'm putting down. Anyways, for those reasons and more, Logan, it's got to be today's morning moron. I was going to say pussy.
Oh, were ya?
Yes.
I had no idea.
He's
Sorry.
going to drop the hard P on us.
Yeah. But I'm like, it's not even 7 a.m. in this scenario. Don't want to do it. I'll do it on YouTube all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, we'll get shadow banned on Facebook because, lame.
There's
But-
not many dash cams I want to see, or like, what is it, the little body cams? But I really want to see what he said verbatim.
I
My cat.
miss my cat. No, I want
Looks
my
like he has a
cat.
Siamese cat, though. That's the kind of cat he owns. I want to get back to a Siamese cat, too. They're beautiful.
So, okay, you're saying...
You judge a person, like you can tell what kind of cat they own? That's a superpower.
Yeah, that is a superpower. In fact, let me do this. I will pull up...
Mugshots.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beef, you'd have a tabby, and Rico, you'd have like
One of those hairless ones.
No, a black cat, I'd say.
Yeah. You're right. You're
But
right.
short hair. I wouldn't say long hair.
Allergies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good call.
Let's see. All right. What kind of cat would this woman own? Ready?
Ready. Oh, like a Persian.
Okay, she owns a Persian. All right. What about him?
Like a short-haired orange tabby.
Okay.
Damn.
What about her?
She could go the orange tabby route too, but maybe long hair.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What about him?
I would say like a short, stout little.
Don't say Siamese because that'd be racist.
No, not Siamese. No, I'm saying like a little like
Is there a blatantly wrong answer in this scenario?
Right.
That would
brindle cat.
make her get canceled.
A
But
what cat?
Like, I don't think they have brindle. I mean, pit bulls are brindle, but I don't think cats are brindle. Are
Nah, I don't. You're asking the wrong dude. Actually, any dude would probably be the wrong dude to ask about cat breeds. But all right, what about
they?
this
Don't know
person?
very many more.
They definitely own a cat.
Oh, what's a? I can't think
British
of really fluffy
short hair.
ones. A fluffy one.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could have a British short hair.
Burman?
This guy. What kind of cat does?
Let's go with Burmese. Yeah. Are you looking at?
That looks like a trendy
I
cat.
think I've like exhausted all of my
Scottish fold for this guy.
Okay, look at
cat
this.
brands.
All right, what kind of cat this woman have?
Munchkin.
Okay, yeah, Munchkin.
Okay. What kind of cat this guy have?
Balinese.
Trick question. He doesn't have a cat. He's a dog guy. All right. But she owns a cat for sure. Probably 3. All right. What are the name of her 3 cats?
The name?
The names
the
of her
brand?
3 cats.
Tom, Sam, and Kevin.
Tom, Sam, and Kevin.
I love it. Let's do
Legit.
wrong answers only. Let's see. Yeah, this is the girl to do it with.
I wonder if ChatGPT has an answer. Put a photo on. What kind of cat would this person own?
Sure.
Let's see. I could have asked ChatGPT for sure. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We got Mari in studio, which is probably fun, a reason for us to do this. And now we've done this before. It's called Wrong Answers Only. So the scenario is pretty simple. I'm going to ask Rico and Mari basically a scenario, and they're going to give me their best wrong answer. And I'm going to award the person I feel like gives the best wrong answer. Whoever has the most points at the end of the round will be our best BSer of the day. Okay, so first question, wrong answers only. Why do cats stare at nothing?
Oh,
Mari?
we did this.
Okay, we did that. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. What is the plot of Titanic?
The plot of Titanic is about.
You're doing great so far, by the way.
I think it's about a very unappreciative rich girl who has a loyal husband who's in the industry, but then she wants to slum it. So she goes dancing with the poor folk on the lower deck and then deliberately wants to sabotage the boat because she knows she can get the insurance payout because she has associations with another sugar daddy on shore.
Yep.
So she deliberately persuades this young, impressionable man that has a sketchbook to go have sex with her in a car.
Wow.
Right.
And then distract all the guards because they're horny and lonely out at sea.
Yep.
And then deliberately makes them avoid or not pay attention to the iceberg, which then causes the collapse. But then she has a secret guy that she's already been banging on the side,
Right.
that has access to the lifeboat, so she knows she can go straight to that guy already.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I'm going to award the point to Mari because that is the actual
But it's not.
right answer. No, that is 100% factual. Every step
Damn.
of the way. I said wrong answers only, Rico. Not spot on describe exactly the real
I
premise
was
of
reading the
Titanic.
Wikipedia word by word. I'm sorry.
All right. What is the moon made of?
The moon is made of cheese.
Okay.
Lots and lots of cheese.
Lots of cheese. What kind of cheese?
Swiss cheese.
No, see, that is a wrong answer. What do you think, Rico?
I think it's made of a small kernel or like a small chest where they keep all the Bitcoin, and then it has like a hologram projector for the moon outer core, so people can't find it.
I think you're both wrong. Honestly, I think it is the purest form of cocaine known to man. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Is that why Eric Clapton has a spaceship?
That's 100% why he has a spaceship. That's why they're all racing to the moon now after all these years. All right. Why do dogs bark? What do you say, Rico?
Because they want to warn you to stay away from certain people.
Okay. What do you say, Mari?
Because they have really strong vocal cords.
Strong vocal cords is the reason.
Why they bark?
Yeah. Do you feel good about that answer? Because your face says no.
I do not.
Okay. Yes. And you shouldn't. So I got to go with Rico on this one.
And that was a horrible answer. I can't believe I won that one.
I know.
Wow.
But
That was a
Mari
lazy
gave up
answer.
on herself on that one. Okay,
Yeah.
final wrong answer only. Who really built the pyramids? All right. What do
Time
you-
traveling Michael Jackson.
Okay,
that's
well, no.
good.
Okay, yeah, this is wrong answer only. And look, I immediately get upset by this
I
answer
know.
and mad and want to
It's a
debate
good,
it.
It's a good sign.
Like, that's a stupid answer, dude. Obviously, Michael Jackson
that
wasn't
one.
time traveling because he would have went back to a time and place where laws were laxed about relations.
Do you remember the time?
Oh, we built the pyramids. Okay.
Yeah.
You got an answer for this, Mari?
Pyramid-shaped aliens, of course.
Oh, obviously. There you go. Wrong answers only. It's Rock 102.1. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast, just messing around.
Joshing.
Joshing.
Guffawing.
Hey, every night, you ever have a friend who got in a relationship with a woman that was like so bad that it ruined their reputation where you're just like, I used to like this guy, but his wife is just such a bee that I don't even want to hang out with them anymore, and we kind of make fun of them behind their back when he's not around now just because he shacked up with the wrong woman.
No.
No? Okay, well, you got a pure
I've had
heart.
acquaintances that like that. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you come across that.
The scenario, the reason why I asked this hypothetical is because this exact scenario is happening with Prince Harry when he married Meghan Markle. Yes. Yes.
Think so? I mean, I'm indifferent.
Look,
but
and that's good. And you know what? I didn't think so before, but a recent report came out of what Spotify employees used to call them behind their back. Now, if you recall, they had a very lucrative Spotify podcast deal, which they had no business getting whatsoever. It was like $20 million. And they were able to annul the contract, Spotify was, with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle because they did not fulfill the amount of content they needed to provide to cash in that $20 million.
Yes.
So they're like, here's the deal. You do what? 2 podcasts a week. We'll give you $20 million. And they're like, yeah, we'll get around to it. And they're like, that wasn't the deal. Apparently, Meghan's behavior and the way that she carries herself, created a nickname behind her back was not so flattering.
Oh.
Her nickname was Eva. Now, that was a moniker that was inspired by Joan Crawford's diva character in the 1955 film Queen Bee. So they went deep on this burn.
I thought it was going to be Hitler's wife.
Okay, I guess it could be both. It could definitely be both.
Yeah.
So the royal correspondent Neil Sean claimed that the nickname was a warning signal to let people know that she was either arriving or on a war path.
oh no.
Yes,
Dang.
and like the Joan character, she stung her victims to pieces, and this is exactly how staff felt about working alongside her. This is Meghan Markle. Now, of course, obviously you saw some of the, fallout of the British royal family when she got involved. Now, Prince Harry, of course, he's like the bastard prince, right? And who, ironically, may be the biological son of King Charles and not the vice versa. There's a lot of speculation.
There's a lot of weird stuff.
A lot of weird stuff with the royal family. But I mean, he was still loved and accepted. And then Meghan Markle came in the picture. He got completely whooped, and they kind of got ousted from the family. And now Prince Harry's living in America. Now, you think the Prince of Britain or UK or whatever, I don't know. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex would leave Sussex. Why would you leave a place you were a Duke or Duchess of? No. Right? But unless you were ousted, and this was all because of the relationship, eventually you got to assume it's going to fall to pieces. Now, the staff of the streaming service reportedly found her difficult to deal with and described her as quite tough and bossy. And Prince Harry, he didn't escape the office nicknames either, but his were equally as mean, but in a different way. His nickname was called Tim Nice But Dim. Tim Nice But Dim. And this is referencing a British comedy character. So they maintain that the Duke and Duchess were unaware of these nasty nicknames. And of course, their Spotify deal ended in 2023 with both sides calling it a mutual decision. Wink, wink. So, yeah, what's your thoughts on her now?
I kind of believe it.
See what I'm saying? So, yeah. And you got to be wary because this happens to dudes all the time. Now, Prince Harry, he definitely had his pick, and remember, I mean, there was pictures that leaked of him partying in Vegas, naked with a bunch of chicks, having the time of his life. He went in the military, he's in good shape, not a bad-looking dude. But, you can't help who you fall in love with, and sometimes it could be the absolutely wrong person to really just, destroy everything. And now you got a nickname, Tim Nice But Dim.
Ew.
Yeah, that is a British burn, by the way.
Very proper.
Yeah.
I still laugh at the joke when I think she first got married to him because she was married to a famous producer before, right? An American movie guy.
Yes.
And I bet there was that dialogue on our way out. She's like, "Yeah, you're not gonna find anyone better than me." She marries a prince.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be the worst feeling. You're just like,
I'm gonna find myself an autistic prince. You'll see. And sure enough, bam.
I'm gonna marry into royalty. I'm like, damn it.
And then we're not gonna get invited to any place cool except for Oprah's.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of tennis.
Yeah, I know, man. It's odd. All right, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for today. But I do want to wrap things up with the beef tip before we take off. And I'd like to thank our in-studio guests this morning, Zule and Delicious from an unusual market, which is happening this Saturday downtown from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
At the Coalition Space.
Yes. All right. Doctors recommend not sitting on the toilet longer than 10 minutes. All right. So, and this is nothing new, but they say prolonged toilet time has been connected to weakened pelvic muscles and increased risk of hemorrhoids. Now, many out there might still have hemorrhoids, right? But you're like, I don't want my pelvic muscle to
not my
get
pelvic
weakened.
muscle.
Yeah. So basically, to see if you've been sitting on the toilet too long, stand up, try to do some man kegels, and see if you get it to sway or go up and down without touching it. If you can, you're doing okay, and you're sitting on the toilet long enough. If you can't, then your pelvic muscles are weak, son, and you got to get off the can.
Wow, thank
So
you.
do a quick pop and squat. I'll do it right now on the podcast broadcast stream.
No.
Yeah.
Good form.
Yes, but I've been sitting on the toilet way too long. It didn't move at all. I'm like dead from the waist below.
Oh.
Yeah, not good. All right, but I do like to thank everyone for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/beefvegan. Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later. All right, let's bank out a couple more BSs.
Great tip.
Thanks. Yeah, I just freestyled that one.
I think we should shoot an instructional video about how to do man kegels.
Yeah, man kegel would be good. And I think I could teach a couple things or two. Man kegels are
Step
important
one.
in preventing pre-ejac, right? That's what they say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You want TMI right now?
I don't know.
All right. It's a lot of information. Maybe it's too much information, private information, but and you might have heard it before. It's a humble brag of sorts.
Okay.
Okay.
You want a Kegel championship?
Yeah. Over my life and experience, I have mastered the art of the male multiple orgasm.
Yes.
Okay, you already heard this.
I've seen this episode already. At this point, you should write an ebook.
Yeah.
To make some money.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I was thinking
Uncle
about
Beefy's.
I was thinking about the way to do it, to describe it in a way that I could teach my younger brethren, if you will. Some guys maybe figure it out naturally, but I know if I had a son, I would explain it to him at I don't know, maybe 17, 18.
You think that old?
Well, look, first off, be like, son, you'd be lucky to even get laid. If it's my kid, be like, you'll be lucky to get laid by the age of 20. And especially with this day and age and technology and, porn and sex dolls and shit like that. And who cares if you please a sex doll? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go the extra mile for that. You just get in,
I think
get
they're
out.
going to give you the cheap sex doll version, like the consumer variant at first, where it's like they're actually disappointed with your performance. And they get mad at you. Or
Well,
make you
they
feel
should
sad.
make that, though. They should make like a
Like,
legit
that's all you
sex doll that
got?
can really teach you what to do.
But then version 2, the richer people get the ones that are like, that was the best. Oh my God, you're the greatest. You have to be rich
get
to afford that version.
So program it.
Oh, yeah.
You're the biggest I've ever seen. And they programmed me to cross-reference every penis known to man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
things
the
like
knockoff ones are just like, that's it.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I get for getting Timu robot whores,
Yep.
right? Yeah, I know.
The poors never win.
We're close. And honestly, we joke about men having the sex robots and being the big clientele, but there's experts that are speculating that men will not be the big experts on this. Actually, women will. And yes, because of the lack of performance quality that men often provide, right? That they really feel that the sex robot, the male sex robot, will be far above and beyond more popular and a bigger threat to the reproduction of the human species because they'll get that robot dick done right.
Whoa.
Yeah. And if you think about it, you're just like, yeah, I worked my entire adult life to be decent in bed, but I'm no robot dick. You know what I mean? And
It's already a threat with all the crazy stuff they already have.
Yeah.
Imagine that attached to like a Fabio
Yes.
robot.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
Do you think they use Bonnie Blue as a template?
Right,
Maybe
yeah.
she was the
If
actual-
you can get this numb, destroyed person off, then you can get anybody off. The Bonnie Blue's the one that slept with over 1,000.
1,000 men.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, and you're suspiciously quiet when I bring this
Well, I'm
up.
just thinking about does the guy robot move, or is he like because the female robots don't move, right?
They're getting to that point. Like
No,
I
but
said,
they're-
Cherry 3000. That was a movie that I grew up with, and it stuck with me.
Cherry 3000.
For whatever reason, it stuck with me, and now it's becoming like a premonition. Right? It was
a
way
warning.
ahead of its time.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, let me pull up the trailer for this movie.
Oh, please.
Yeah, so you could understand what I'm talking about here.
It's been haunting you.
Yeah, you see, because I know that this will be a great throwback. Cherry
I hope it's as cheesy as I think it is.
3000, yeah, movie trailer. Let's see. I got Cherry 3000 movie. Let me click on that.
Hope it has like the Walking on Sunshine music.
Okay, here's the original trailer. Okay, this movie, I swear, it came out in 1987. Your mind's going to be blown. And this is, I referenced this so many times, right, Rico? So have you ever seen the trailer of this movie?
No.
Okay, so I'm excited to share this with you. This, I told you, this
Gotta be
is
kidding
so
me.
fucking real. Yes, and so Cherry 2000, I'm sorry. I was wrong about
That's the sequel.
Yeah, all right. Make sure the volume's good. All right, prepare to have your minds blown, everybody.
In the future, the world has survived. Romance has not.
Right, so we'll say a dinner, complete sexual encounter, optional episode in the morning, right?
I gotta run
Lawrence Fishburne, by the way.
this past my own lawyer.
Pleasure is strictly business. But it will be possible to have the perfect mate. A Cherry 2000.
Looks great. Thanks.
Thoughtful. Desirable.
Hot.
She'll never run out on him. Just short out.
Is this exactly how I described it, by the way? Did I describe it accurately when I said she got shorted out from the soap from the dishwasher? Right. And so he tries to fix her, right? This is the inside of her. He's heartbroken.
Tragic.
Sorry, kid. Total internal.
She's a robot, Mari. Follow along.
You killed her, Don.
Yeah, you got her basic memory right here. Vocal patterns, verbal, whatever. Basic voice. Don't look so glum. Your chassis out for the count, all right? You got the chip. You go in, you pick yourself out a new model, you slide it in the slot. You got yourself your girl back in a brand new frame.
Give me a call if you find a Cherry. Cherry 2000.
Look, my friend, you're gonna be a very old man, round in the middle and bone dry before you find one of those in these parts.
That's a chance I'll just have to take.
That's right.
Then
That's how much I
the
love my fuck
adventure
doll.
begins.
Hell yeah.
Why don't you hire a tracker to go into Zone 7?
We got a policy against trackers in these parts.
Nobody goes into Zone 7.
They got one of the original warehouses down there. Girls stacked on the shelves like pies.
I'm looking for someone to go into Zone 7.
I'm E. Johnson.
Yeah, Melanie Griffin. All right.
You're not gonna find anybody better than me, mister. I'm not a machine.
I know. That's why I don't want to bang you.
I can get
Do you know where they
soapy.
keep these babies? We
Look
call
at
it the
that.
graveyard.
Yeah, Shadow
Silhouette.
Cypher.
Yeah. I missed that.
I'm telling you, it's such a bonerific film when you're coming of age, dude. I was watching this at like 10 and like, this is the best ever. So this fantasy stuck with me for my entire life.
This made you a man.
Yes.
This
Oh
made you a
my
man.
God. So as the more we keep coming across these stories, I'm like, yeah, Cherry 2000.
Maybe I can get in
It
there
was
and
right
find
there the
this
whole
thing,
time.
But I
Yep.
need somebody.
Look
wearing
how
a
hot
shotgun.
Melanie Griffith was too, and
Babe.
she knew what she was doing. She's like, check out these human boobs. And she's like, yeah, they're okay.
Right.
Small imperfections make me not hard. So
In order to make it out in one piece.
Doesn't matter.
Chase those birds till
We
they
got
drop.
Uzis.
yeah,
If you think it's tough to meet the right people now, wait till you go looking for a Cherry 2000. Cherry 2000.
So it's all on the hunt for one specific robot.
yeah, because soulmate, man.
I was
But
really
that's why
excited.
they're like fighting and like shooting at each other.
Well, you know, there's trackers, and then these guys, I guess they were just like, yeah, maybe I want to bang that robot too. I kind of forgot the premise. I just remember the boners, but
It was really disappointing to read that Terminator came out before this, the first one.
yeah,
I was really
so-
hoping James Cameron was like full of shit this whole time. He was like, it's Cherry 2000.
Yeah,
Gave me an
no.
inspiration.
I think the opposite is true. I think Cherry 2000 was kind of inspired by
Terminator.
a Terminator, and I think the Hollywood pitch was, all right, what if we do
Terminator,
Terminator, but you can
but-
fuck it, right? That is
Exactly.
the premise of Cherry 2000.
Cherry. Picture it.
Yeah.
We're not going to fuck Arnold. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Cherry.
Yeah.
You got her. Don't worry.
100%. So yes, that is the inspiration in that movie that's
That's
so ahead of its
incredible.
time, and now we are about to be in that post-apocalyptic future where we'll all have a potential Cherry 2000 that we'll fall in love with, and you know, once you get the right model, like just like a pair of shoes that just fits right, then nothing else can fill that void except for the exact
I
same
hope when
model.
they roll it out for the big reveal at the big center, wherever they have all the E stuff happening, they show like the first model and they layer down, like, look at dishwasher liquid.
Yeah.
Cover her.
That's
She's
a-
fine.
Yeah.
She's good. She survived.
I would never invest my money into a sex robot, right?
Never.
No, because I do like, the connection I have with a real human being, except unless they create a model that looks exactly like that Cherry 2000.
Yeah.
And then that is like childhood nostalgia come to life.
It's over for you.
Full circle.
And I'm spelling come to life differently than you think.
Yes.
I would just love it. You're just like, Beef comes in one day. He's like, this is Cherry. I'm like, you said it was a one-time thing, Beef. You're like, yeah, but I got feelings.
It's my soulmate.
It's my soulmate. Since childhood.
Yeah, when since I was 8, they were like, no, this is the woman you want. Oh, fair enough. What about that redhead, man? She got a pretty nice rack on her. Yeah, it's okay. But, she still has, like, menstruation and, she poops. These are all things that you don't want and you don't get in a Cherry 2000 model.
Cherry doesn't burn my toast.
Yeah. Good to see you, 10. Yes, you have a great day as well. All right, let's wrap it up, dude. But yeah,
we gotta
is
have
your
a
mind
watch.
blown?
Let's have a watch party.
crazy.
Let's do a live stream watch party.
Yes,
with that
live
movie.
stream watch party indeed. I might be able to find the whole movie on.
Oh, you can rent it
we'll
from
find
Casa. Go to Casa Video. They'll have it.
No, I mean,
Should do it from Casa.
Ooh, I'm sure they've played it before.
Let's do a live stream there.
Let's do it. I love Casa Video.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, I'll see if they definitely have it. But then we have to get a VHS player. We got to get a bunch of stuff.
No, they're not on DVD.
Cherry has
sure?
one.
It came out in 1987.
Mm-hmm.
No, they've got lots of movies on DVDs
Yeah.
from the 80s.
They have a disc like her neck.
Apparently, it's a cult movie. There's a guy who reviews cult movies. He got 180,000 views reviewing this movie. But yes, a watch along for Cherry 2000 definitely gonna happen. And they call it a good bad flick. And lots of look at this. It lives in the underground. So even this good bad flicks you're seeing, I'll show you like 163,000 views just on this like review clip of it. So there is kind of like an underground appreciation for this.
We should make it a dress-up event where people dress up as Cherry.
Yeah, hell, Delicious. Delicious could have dressed up like Cherry, right? Yeah, I got the same kind of hair. So
watching, what's funny watching these two, like even though they're B movies, you look at all the schlock that's being put out today, and like if they tried to make something, it'll be CGI cars, CGI everything, like really bad.
Yeah,
it's like you can tell they put effort into that movie.
No, in
like
fact,
with all the
when it
the
was
scenery.
released, you got to think of the time.
Oh, yeah.
It was 1987, and with the cast and the amount of pyrotechnics and what they had, it was not a
Cocaine.
B movie at all. This was a mainstream release that died at the box office and then became a cult classic because of the spankability. 100%.
Like, Dad, what's this movie? You'll see.
You'll see. And I think I saw it on Cinemax, like, playing late at night over and over again. I don't know where I fell in love with that movie, but I watched it multiple times, and yeah, it definitely Feed the Beast. It's something that stuck with me again. It's a core memory.
I want to see if there's like an episode of Sally Jesse Raphael, like one of those old talk shows where the wife's complaining about her husband, just keeps watching Cherry 2000 over and over.
Yeah.
He's ruining our marriage.
Look, she does the chores, and then she does sex whenever. This is the ultimate woman.
Oh, that's great.
Written by a man. Obviously written by a man.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler alert. Well, should I give spoilers in this movie?
No, I want to see it.
Okay. All right.
You want to see us watch it for the first time so you can relive that happiness.
Well, there's a lot of stuff I forgot, but there's some things I remember. What's
You
funny
remember a
about
lot,
this
as
is
side boob.
during this day and age, I remember so much of this movie, but I can't remember a single person that played on any of my Little League teams. Like,
But you remember this movie.
Core memories.
Yes. And I remember the name of the movie and everything. I mean, I fucked up a little bit with the 3000, but it was always Cherry.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't ask me who played next to me on any of my Little League teams.
Right.
And I
Who
played
showed up to my 5th birthday party? It's like, I don't care.
Zero fucking clue.
I don't care.
Cherry 2000.
All my life, baby.
All right, we're wrapping up the podcast. Thanks for watching.